Hey everybody, well, given how this is definitely different than I normally was expecting to do this video, but that I just got back from Black Panther 3 minutes ago and I absolutely loved it. Since I could definitely say that it's not only one of my favorite movies of Phase 3 so far, it's definitely one of my favorites ones done by the studio ever. It's definitely one that I'm glad they've been able to do after all this time, that they've been trying to get this made as long as I've been alive. It's been so long in development that apparently even before he was Blade, Wesley Snipes was planning on potentially playing a title character. And I will say that much like female superhero movies, African American ones have been often been like a mixed bag. Since for everyone like the first couple Blade films are ones like say the infamous Steel with Shaq in the title role. Yeah, that happened. Happened for some of you who might be younger. But I definitely say that there's definitely a landmark like one, and I definitely want to let people know that who might not have been into it. That's nothing personal. Oh, I can definitely say that I've been excited for this movie ever since I saw Civil War a couple years ago, and further has built up for the Infinity War. But given how spontaneous this review has been, it's just that I'm gonna keep things relatively spoiler free. Hey, so I can encourage you to go see the movie because it's that good. So apparently in the continuity of the franchise, it's only been 1 week since the events of Civil War, but way much longer than that. At where not only does King T'Challa, played by Chadwick Boseman, have to deal with taking up his father's mantle after his assassination, he also has to deal with a crossroads of the nation of Wakanda, which much like in the comic, is developed differently than the rest of the world, given how it's isolated from everything that else. And let me say, the Wakanda itself as a world is definitely one of the things I've enjoyed most about this film. And it's been definitely a good blend of African tribal motifs and advanced technology, given how the vibranium, the country's been rife with that, and also a lot of the characters have been some of the best ones I've seen this verse. That's her and Ryan Coogler, director of Kings of Creed, definitely delivers some of the not only best characters, also some of the best action scenes I've seen. Given how imagine the fight scenes in Creed and done on a much bigger scale, and you basically got how the action choreography and how excellent it is, and as advertised, basically combine it with the Kingsman films, given how often setting up a lot of the subverting all of the things we've seen in James Bond films, and a lot of exotic locales like London and South Korea, and oh yes, even Oakland in 1992, again the year I was born, play a part in there. So looking forward to see more of that timeline, and Captain Marvel next year. But I digress. Yes, since and Eric Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, is definitely joining the list of my favorite villains. Probably his backstory is quite tragic, and his actions are quite some of the most intense of the film. I'm not gonna spoil too many specifics. Again, I'm probably gonna be seeing this quite a bit in this review, but go see the movie. It's definitely one I recommend. I'm not really forcing anyone, but I'm definitely just recommending it as all. If you'll forgive, I don't do too many videos on my mobile. It's just that I got some things going on my computer right now, so it's unexpected. But I'll definitely address that more in a future video, depending on what happens. The budget of $200 million we will spend, I can tell with all these elaborate looking costumes and sets and all how the special effects and action scenes played out. Definitely didn't skimp on anything, given how these costumes, homes, and homes, all these setups that, and all the supporting characters definitely quite excellent. I'm still trying to process all this, just given how that's what I got back from this movie. But supporting characters that I've established before, such as as Martin Freeman as Ross, as well as Andy Serkis as Ulysses Claw. I mean, overall, Wakanda as a world is one of the things I enjoyed most. How he's expanded, given how it had been set up in Ultron a few years ago. So I really like how it's been fleshed out more, and also all these. I mean, it's definitely a very fun way to spend 2 hours 14 minutes, and definitely my favorite single hero of him is the Winter Soldier. Phase 2, I mean, it's definitely overall one of the best comic movies I've seen since The Dark Knight. It's still my favorite film, by the way. And to those who weren't entirely into this movie, well, it's nothing personal. I'll definitely have to say that much. I mean, and I mean, it's nothing, nothing against, even though it's a very topical film based on its very concept and how its execution is done. Um, it's, I personally don't have a preference of either studio or comic publisher. It's just, I definitely appreciate, however, when they do something interesting with the story, here's the production values, and definitely, it's something I would definitely be willing to see again and again once it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray. Is all, and the music is very good. I mean, I'm unfamiliar with the composer, who's that they've chosen this film, but Kendrick Lamar definitely did a good job having produced the soundtrack with not only good blend of control music, but also very hip hop infused score. And I admit, a lot of the scenes at Wakanda, they make a pretty good template for this live action version of Lion King they're working on. I mean, as someone who has one of my favorite Renaissance era Disney films, definitely can say that. Still, as the first one that was apparently was taken to see in the theater of any movie, but don't really remember that it came out on video and DVD, to be honest. And it's definitely a film that I think is going to have a similar impact on Wonder Woman, that no matter what background you have, it's one that everyone, I think, should be able to enjoy for their own reasons. That's close to it, I mean. And whether you're just someone who was in that scenario, or just some guy who's filming in this out of their bedroom, in between taking classes, it's definitely one of those kind of movies. It's definitely, and given how much money it's making, it's definitely going to mean, that's going to be a whole new thing not only for Marvel but also the genre in general. That I definitely think there's definitely money only in these kind of movies needs to be made, and I can't wait to see whether other things come as a result. To be honest. My final rating is 4 out of 4, and given how I'm going live, I'm just going to cut right into the coming attractions, and then gotta keep things relatively easy, going in by rough theatrical release. I mean, its order. I saw a few previews in there, but gonna be going. The others coming in theaters like Ready Player One again. I'm skeptical. I read the book. I've looked in some of the references. I even started my own version of the almanac, but I still don't really understand it all. I was planning like an Indiana Jones marathon, but until I get these things all on my computer, I probably will have to wait for that, since at least finish Retro Gaming Marathon. Most likely, I'm probably just gonna wait for the DVD here to come out, just rent it, and and if it's good, then I guess that's that. But Infinity War definitely looks impressive still. Hell, and the last stone is in the movie I just saw. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it again. Go see the movie and want to find out what role it plays. Because it's gonna be that important. I want you to go through who the emotions I went through when I first saw it. Since, and on that note, Solo Star Wars story. I still looking forward to that. Even though I can understand why not everybody's behind it. It is definitely looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun all the same. And depending on what happens, not only with my computer, but also me going out of town when it opens, it's probably gonna be a one I might be seeing when I'm out of town, most likely. That probably not gonna be taking my computer with me while I'm staying, but I will be taking my mobile. Also, you'll see things like that. This might be a test run for that, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the Castle Run as well as the Falcon and Still Pristine. I heard people talking about it in the theater. I mean, and especially kind of gets more. I can't. I'm hopefully it'll be every as insane as Han is making it sound like New Hope, given how Luke and Ben were skeptical about it when they were told the story. I mean, when they were trying to charter a flight from him. It's still going to be really interesting when seeing the Falcon when still in pristine condition rather than the big hunk of junk we all know and love from the other movies. I mean, if anything happens with episode 9, I will just deal with that as it comes. And last, in my opinion, least, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. It's very rare that a movie is that actually sums up its own title like that, yet here we are, this sequel to the 2008 adaptation of the opera stage musical with the same name is something that I just have one question about. Why? I mean, I know the first one made money, but just why? Granted, it definitely should give some kind of audience nonetheless, but as someone who, for people I saw it with, wanted a more masculine like Iron Man, the Dark Knight, Crystal Skull in those days, I probably not gonna give it too much mind. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'm not even gonna review the first one about it because I feel no need to. I mean, I'll just say this to Pierce Brosnan, who used to be James Bond. Enjoy that worst supporting actor as he Pierce, you earned it. Man. But I will say this, man. I'm never gonna have to reconcile the fact that Battle Angel Elite has been bumped, and I'm still scared of that one too. I mean, but I've already got Ant-Man and the Wasp to deal with. Okay, that's one I missed. I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp in July. Also looks like a lot of fun. Can't wait to see more of her, the Wasp, as well as the villain, the Ghost, as well as potentially finding Hope's mother, Janet Van Dyne Pym, who's going to be playing Michelle Pfeiffer. So add that to the list of ones who have been in both DC and Marvel roles as well. So again, that shows how I personally don't have a preference. I'm just some nerd recording this out of his bedroom is all. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now. I'm gonna keep you posting anything else that comes. Man, everyone enjoy your President's Day weekend, no matter who's in office. First, man, and let me know what you thought about this movie in the comments, and I will definitely see y'all later. Wakanda forever! Yeah.